Brandon back, time for more Brandon's Boy Problems. So I recently found myself in a bit of some controversy online because I made this big declaration of how I'm going to raise my standards for 2019. 2018, my love life was pretty much an absolute mess. Like, I started the year in a relationship, a rocky relationship, and it's got even more rocky to the point it imploded. And I'm just like, haven't found anyone else worthy of even being my boyfriend since then. And it's like, there were some close calls, but it's also just like, it's just tired of dealing with so much frustration and disappointment and liars, cheaters, frauds, insecurities, etc. Like, obviously no one's ever going to be perfect, that no one has a flaw that I'm willing to like deal with or help them get over. Like, I was extremely understanding, patient, compromising in my past relationship, and where did that get me? Like, nowhere. And it's like, of course you have to still be understanding, patient, and compromising in every relationship, but it's also like, I'm not going to deal with some of the bullshit that I was willing to put up with in the past. Like, I'm older now. Well, I guess past last year, but still, it's like, I'm getting older. I'm 28 years old. Like, I want a relationship. Like, I love being in a relationship. I love having a boyfriend. I love being a boyfriend. I want to have someone that I can come home to, someone that I smile thinking about every day, that I get excited when they text me back. I want a guy that can take trips with, that can meet my family, that can meet my friends, that can like be ingrained into my life. Like, I want something serious and real, and I'm just tired of wasting my time with these fuckboys that clearly, even when all the red flags and signs are there, I just ignore them. So guess what? I made this list to help me remind myself what I truly want and what type of man that I want into my life, so that I know that I need to stop putting up with bullshit that clearly no one should be putting up with, because it's obviously a sign that they aren't relationship material. So by making this list, people did take major offense to it and just thought it was like unrealistic, stupid, vapid, superficial, dumb, whatever. But in reality, like, whether I express what I'm looking for in a man publicly or not, it's still like what I'm looking for. So I don't really give a fuck what people think. Like, we all have our type, our preferences, our qualities that we have an ideal mate. It's like, obviously no one's gonna be perfect, but it's also like, hey, maybe I'm not asking for something that's too ridiculously unrealistic, so I don't know why people took such offense to it. But people take offense to everything nowadays, which is really fucking annoying, and I can't really stand those types of people. So I'd add, if you're one of those like social justice warriors, always offended by everything, people, like, we're not compatible anyway, so I don't really give a fuck what you think, because I don't want to date you anyway. But yeah, here is my list of what I made as like my standards of what I'm looking for in a man in 2019. First line was, I'm looking for a cisgender male. As you probably should know, cisgender just means you were born a boy, you identify as a boy, etc. It's the opposite of transgender, where like you were born one gender but you identify as the other, so therefore you're transitioning to the other. Cisgender just means you were born a boy and you identify as boy. I like dick, I like penis, I like men, no offense to anyone trans or whatever, just it's not what I'm looking for, honestly. Like, I like want a man. I don't think that should be offensive or too much to ask for. Like, there are plenty of guys out there that want someone that's trans. I've been with many people that prefer trans people, so I don't really think I should be causing controversy by saying I want a man that was born a man. But on to the next one. My ideal age range is between 25 and 33. Honestly, my ideal age range is probably 25 to 31, because I do prefer like as close to my age as possible. I just like guys that I can relate to, have in common with. I mean, all of my closest friends are pretty much within 3 years of me as well. Like, pretty much like most of them are like within 1 year of me. And this, in terms of guys I've dated in the past, like, I just prefer people that were a similar age to me, like we were in college or high school around the same time period, so therefore it's probably easier to relate to each other, and just what I'm attracted to, people close to my age. Next, at least 5'8". I mean, I've always liked guys that were bigger than me. Like, a lot of my past love interests were like 6'2", 6'3". Even though since I moved to Atlanta, I do tend to get with shorter guys that are like around my height, maybe a little shorter. So I mean, I'm open to maybe an inch shorter than me. It's not like that I'm being ridiculously vapid, superficial. Like, I need a guy that's 6'6". Like, I just want someone that's like my height or taller. Like, I like guys that are bigger than me. So my bare minimum is someone's at least equal height to me, and I'm 5'8". So I don't think that's too much to ask for. And then weight-wise, I said 200 pounds, because that's like around my weight. So I like guys that are like the same height, same weight, bare minimum, preferably much bigger than me. Like, I've been with guys like 250, 300. I like guys bigger than me. That's always been my type ever since I knew I was gay. So I don't really think it's that much of an controversial issue. Like, wow, I'm being so ridiculous that I want someone that's bigger than me. And then in terms of like, I said oral top because I am mostly an oral bottom. So preferably, I guess my ideal man would be an oral top because I've had past troubles in relationships because I didn't want to fuck as much as they wanted to, and they just wanted to fuck all the time, and I'm just never been that into anal that way. So ideally my preferred man would be an oral top, but again, I'm open to top verse, versatile, because I'm becoming more versatile. I want to explore my top side, so I also want a guy that's open to exploration sexually, that we're sexually compatible. Again, I don't think that's too much to ask for, since everyone else here, like, their first requirement is if you're a top or a bottom, if you find out they're the same thing as you, you're just like dismissed. Like, I'm open-minded. I just would prefer someone that I don't want to keep dealing with these same issues sexually, that we don't mesh well sexually because they want to fuck all the time, but I want to suck dick all the time. Like, it's important to find someone that you're sexually compatible with. So to help eliminate that, I'm just putting it into the universe. This is my preferred method. I say preferably circumcised. Uncut can be tolerated. I mean, my ex is uncut. I've been with uncut guys before. It's just honestly not my preference. I always just feel like I don't know what I'm doing with an uncut dick because I don't have one. So I feel like I'm just more comfortable with people that are circumcised because I feel more comfortable, because I feel like since I'm circumcised, I know how to like work a circumcised cock better. But then again, every penis is different. Honestly, like, I'm not going to dismiss a guy because he's uncut, but I'm just putting it out there. I prefer someone circumcised, but again, I'm still open to uncut. I don't think I'm being that ridiculous. Okay. Next, HIV negative. I mean, I am on PrEP, so I am practicing safe sex for the most part. So I also just would prefer someone that's HIV negative. HIV, yes, you can live a long, healthy life. HIV positive people are everywhere, in Atlanta especially, but I just would prefer someone negative. I just don't want to deal with that constant paranoia of like, is my putting myself at risk? What if accidents happen? Like, what if I have to get off PrEP in the future? Because what if it's like affecting my kidneys or liver or like whatever? Like, I don't just want to deal with that added stress or whatnot. Like, yes, HIV negative people deserve love too, but it's like, it doesn't have to be from me. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, if you're positive, you're positive. Like, lots of negative people are pos friendly, especially with PrEP and condoms and everything nowadays. And then it's just my preference that since I'm negative, I prefer to date someone else that's negative too. And that's just don't want the added stress and paranoia in my life, because fear of HIV has always been a constant reason of why I haven't wanted to have anal sex, because I'm always just paranoid. I don't want to become another black gay statistic of HIV positive man, especially in Atlanta where that seems to be more common than HIV negative. Next, openly gay. I've dealt with so much bullshit in the past. DL guys, closeted, confused, don't know what they want. I just am over that bullshit. Like, I'm 28 years old. I've been out of the closet since I was 15. So yeah, I've been out of the closet since I was 15. I want a fucking man that's comfortable with his sexuality. Like, I dated someone before that was DL and uncomfortable with his sexuality. I didn't want to post pictures online, was scared to be doing PDA at first, and I felt like I did hold their hand to help them be more comfortable with sexuality. Only to find out the whole time they were fucking lying to me, and they were already out to their like 70,000 Instagram followers. So like, which still pisses me off. So it's like, here I'm trying to be an understanding, patient boyfriend, trying to help you out of the closet so we can be comfortable and live our openly gay lives, only for you to be fucking lying to me. It's like, fuck the bullshit. I'm not dealing with anyone else trying to help them out of the closet anymore, at least not in terms of dating. Like, if you need help at a friend level, sure, but I'm not fucking dating someone that doesn't comfortable with their sexuality. Like, I'm almost fucking 30, like, and I guys close to my age, so you're too old to be doing that bullshit where you're not out to your family or friends, or you're scared to, like, post pictures with your boyfriend online. Like, fuck that bullshit. Like, we're too old for that. It's 2019. Like, I'm someone that's openly gay and knows what they want. You can even be openly bi as long as you are comfortable dating a fucking man publicly and that you aren't on the fucking DL. Next. Employed. I keep attracting fucking bums, like fucking guys asking me for money, guys that don't have their shit together. Like, what the fuck? I barely have my own life together. I don't have time to be taking care of no other niggas. Like, I already did that before. Like, broke, homeless, unemployed, jobless, etc. I did that in the past. I'm not doing that again. At least have a fucking job, be making some money. I'm not even being ridiculous saying like you need to make like $100K a year. Like, all I just want you to do is have a job, can pay for your own bills, and never ask me for fucking money. Simple, yet somehow controversial. Next, can host and travel. Again, I feel like I'm back in my fucking hometown where literally nobody can fucking host because it's like the suburbs and everyone's like closeted living their families and whatever. And it's like the same thing within fucking Atlanta. Like, people here, it's like practically impossible to find a guy that can host and travel. Like, I mean, I don't even have a car, but like, I have Uber, I have Lyft, I can take MARTA. It's like I keep finding guys that like don't have money to pay for Uber, Lyft, or even fucking subway or bus. Like, what the fuck? Like, travel, I'm not even requiring you to have a car, even though I guess it's preferred, but still, like, you need to have transportation instead of asking people for money or asking people to pay for you. Like, I'm not paying for you to fucking come see me. Like, that's ridiculous. And then be able to host. Like, I dated someone before. Like, I never got to go to their place wherever they live because they were either hiding in the closet to their roommate or fucking live with their parents, or they couldn't have guys over because they're like African or whatever. So like, that bullshit. Like, if I'm dating you, I want to be able to, like, I can go to your house, you can come to my house, we both have a place we can go to, like, adult shit where like we can still see each other. Like, is that asking too much? Well, in Atlanta it is asking too much, but it's still like, how old are you going to be where it's like, oh no, I'm 30 years old but I can't go to my boyfriend's house because he's in the closet? Like, fuck that bullshit. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. Like, that was shit you deal with in fucking early teens, college bullshit. Like, I've fucking grown. I want a man that I can go to your house, you can come to mine. Like, point blank, period. Next, lives within the Atlanta perimeter. This one's really hard because most people do seem to live outside the city, even though Atlanta's so fucking huge. It's like I can't find a guy in the city. Like, this is probably the one thing on my list that I'm probably most accepting or compromising of, as long as you have fucking transportation. Like, if you don't live in fucking outside the city, like, how are we gonna see each other? Even like now, I don't even want to pay to like Uber or Lyft to go that far, like outside the city anyway. But like, I want someone that lives in the same city as me. Is that too much to ask for? Like, I moved to the city so I could date, work, live, have fun in the city. Like, I didn't fucking move here to be in the fucking suburbs all the time. Like, I'm not a suburban person. I moved here to escape the suburbs. Like, I live in the city. I want someone else that ideally lives in the city so we can hang out in the city. Like, I want someone in proximity to me. Why is that too much to ask for? Now, bonus points, you have a college degree. I didn't even make this a requirement because in Atlanta I barely meet anyone with a fucking degree, which is really sad because like living in the north, like literally all my friends, like we all have degrees. Everyone I dated in like college and like suburbs, like it's just natural. Like, everyone goes to college, everyone gets a degree. Like, I would prefer someone that went to college and also has a degree because we can relate to each other. Like, I loved going to college. Like, it was one of the best experiences and times of my life. Like, college was amazing, and it would be amazing to have a guy that also went to college and also has passions, drive, knows what he wants, studied it, is working, has ambition. Like, that is probably one of the biggest things I'm looking for in a guy that's really impossible to find because I keep attracting lazy bums. Now, no vegans, vegetarians. This is like, honestly, I got this from like this funny like meme I saw of like a fake Tinder profile, but honestly I don't like vegans or vegetarians. Like, I did have a fuck buddy that was a vegetarian, but it's like, you're just like a fuck buddy. Like, we're not dating, we aren't going out to eat together, but like, it's still inconvenient because it's like, if you like, he was coming over and it was around dinner time, but I was like, oh yeah, everything I have only is meat, so if you're hungry you should bring your own food. And then he was like, he did, but it's still just like, I like to cook, I like to eat meat. I want a man that will eat what I'm cooking. I don't have to constantly have to worry about like, oh, I have to make separate options for you, or like we can't go to the same restaurant because you only want vegetables, or like you don't want to eat meat. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I like to eat. I want a man that likes to eat. Being a picky eater is honestly one of my biggest turnoffs in terms of like anything. I can't fucking stand people complain about food, and that's all fucking vegans and vegetarians do, is talk about food. I want to complain about it. Like, I'm just not into it. Like, you can go date other vegans, vegetarians. Like, why do I need to date someone that only eats vegetables and shit? Like, I like a man that wants to eat meat. I want to eat meat. We can eat meat together. Like, again, I don't think everything I ask for is too much to hit up. Like, am I gonna find someone that fits every single thing? Probably not, but 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, it just depends which ones are most compromising, because people were like, you need to be more open-minded. It's like, bitch, what? Like, I'm not dealing with any more unemployed, DL, broke, jobless shit anymore. Like, that shit's not even shit I need to be compromising about. Like, that's stuff that should be required. Like, those are the biggest requirements. Yeah, height and weight, we can give or take a couple inches, but I mean, I'm not attracted to skinny guys, so like, That's just never been what I'm attracted to. So I just don't understand people thinking like constantly when they tell me open your mind. It's like I've been open-minded literally my entire life. So it's not even like I'm that superficial or vapid in terms of like I'll only be with certain races. I'll only get with certain like whatever. Like I'm open racially, a body type. I just like bigger than me, and that's like literally the requirement. Uncut, cut, whatever. Honestly, I'll deal with both of it. Like just have a fucking job, have something to show yourself, be able to host and travel, be in proximity to me, and we can make it work. So yeah, honestly, raising my standards has really just been for me. It's not like I'm trying to like shame people or like be like posphobic or transphobic or whatever. It's like literally I know what I want. I know what I'm attracted to. I know what type of man I want. And I'm expressing that into the universe because I've heard other people say like they made a list of what everything they wanted in a man and they found them. Is it going to happen? Who knows? But I'm trying to be optimistic. So thanks for joining me on this episode of Brandon's Boy Problems.